How it feel to be a dad, how it feel to be a man. You provide by any means, and we sticking to the plan. Yeah, I do this for my seed. Come and listen, come and see. Remember, it was just me. Now it's all about we. Lead by example. This for my child. I swear that I got you for life. Went from the court to talking about buckets. Now we talking Pampers and wipes. I really love this though. Look at you and get inspired. You the fuel to my fire. Come here, let me change your diaper. Diaper dash.
Diaper Dad family, episode 2, season 2. GQ back, Boog back. What's poppin', everybody?
Good, man. What's good?
You tell me, dog. Episode 1, me and you got a little heated. Hey, but you know what though? As brothers, we did our thing. I think that is the craziest episode. We don't get a lot of people talking about that. But was really
classic.
It's classic, but what's really beautiful about this shit, bro, we ended season 1 together. We started season 2 together. So,
yes, sir.
How you feel about it?
I feel good, man. I feel like we in a roll. We're rolling right now. We're doing some things, making the airways kind of buzz a little bit. You know, we've been getting some good feedback. A lot of things been going good, man. Like real shit, you know. So, like I said, I really can't ask for much. We had a good in person. Thanks to everyone that helped. And then, you know, second season, first episode. Shout out to Chase once again for coming through, blessing us.
Yes.
It was a good vibe, and I felt like we were moving in a good direction. You know what I mean? Because, like we talked about, like shit, this is just the beginning for a lot of people, and for us, and like so many people are trying to catch up to where people are. But yo, some people been doing this shit for years, man, years, like literally like 3-4 years, and they finally getting this shit popping. So, like, yo, we just got to take our time, do what we got to do, and we'll be good.
Yeah, no, bro, definitely. I think what's crazy is that we always are in a rush to get to that point. It's kind of just one of those things where you got to slow down and just focus on what's the storm ahead of you. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I'm saying, we always say, "Damn, I can't wait for my kid to turn 6." Your kid turns 6, you're like, "Shit." Like, yo, I want you to go back a little bit. Remember, like the whole time. I remember the times now when I look at the twins and they're running around talking all day, and it's just like, I just remember I had to carry you everywhere.
Exactly. You know? That's why in the movies they'd be like, "Man, I wish they would stay this age. Why don't you stay this age?" I see that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Parenthood for you. You know what I mean?
What's popping with you though, man? Like I told you before, man. You know, felt like your energy was a little low, man. Talk to the people. What's popping, yo?
Yeah, yo, first of all, I'm exhausted as shit. I've been exhausted since I got back. So I went home by myself, no kids, no Ashley. I was on the go. I got in at 3:00, bro. I didn't stop moving until I got home to Massachusetts on Sunday, honestly. I was just back to back to back. I got off the airplane, went, saw my grandparents, went to the mall. We linked up, did the podcast. We went out, woke up next day at a party at 10:00, went back out Saturday night. Sunday, woke up. My whole world was just all upside down. But I'm so happy I did it. I appreciate and miss my family here more. People are like, "Oh, you're always supposed to miss your kids." That's not always true. You know what I mean? It's a 24/7 thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's around you 24/7, how can you know what it's like to miss them?
Exactly. Tell them, preach, yo, preach. You got to give them knowledge sometimes.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. But it was weird because like I felt like lost, but it's because I'm just out of my daily routine. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to answer to anybody. I woke up when I want to. I even woke up at 9:00 on Saturday. I felt like I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta call Alec. I gotta be around the kids. I gotta talk to them." Like it was crazy. But I finally caught up on sleep as of like today.
Okay.
Because I just been go. And that's just crazy that's how my life used to be without the kids. Like I was just always busting a move, always doing something. And
so now it's like you really got to really tilt your head off to individuals or dads out there that's going to work every day, coming home, traveling. Like, yo, like I told you about NBA, even though NBA dudes don't be really around their families, yo, but just think about that lifestyle, right? Just think about that lifestyle of always on the move. And we're not talking about going to a cookout, chilling, going to a podcast, chilling. Nah, we talking about actually going into a game, right? Playing anywhere from 25 to 40 minutes a game, right? Doing pre-workout, post-workout, being at the gym 2 hours before, getting on a flight that night, traveling cross country. Like, bro, eating badass food. Like, I'm trying to tell you, yo, like, and that's just the NBA niggas. You know, just think about niggas that work at Wall Street, other corporations. They go to work every single day.
Dudes like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't for the pandemic, like, I'd have been doing a lot more traveling than what I'm doing now. You know, you were supposed to be going overseas season 1. So, I mean, but I think you condition yourself. So, like, if it wasn't for the pandemic, like, they didn't put the brakes on life. Not say it did, but what I just say this, that, like, if it wasn't for that, like, I would still be able to go home every other month and do exactly what I just did and be okay to come back home and not be exhausted, like, not miss a beat. You know what I'm saying? This is my first rodeo. Like, I haven't. This is the first time I've been away from the kids for more than 48 hours or 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, you know, that shit's it's a beast in itself. But I got back home. And I just missed them, all 3 of them. I was telling my mom, it was funny because my cousin had his kids around. I was seeing bits and pieces of my kids and them, and I just was gravitating towards them. I just wanted to play with them all the time. It was, I never thought I would ever feel that way. But dog, that shit it was great. It was wonderful. It made you miss I missed them so much. Ashley was like, you ain't miss us. Yo, actually, I really missed the shit out of y'all, bro. You have no idea. But it's just, you know what I mean? It's just it's good. You know what I'm saying? You always need to take a break from the good stuff that's going on in your life. Because, you know what I'm saying? It's good to just be able to dial back, you know what I'm saying? Focus on myself. I'm just being around family and shit. So,
like you said, man, how are you gonna miss them if you're always around them? Right?
Exactly.
So, got that opportunity to really, get away, enjoy time with fam, mom, Dukes, sister, and shit like that. Sis and fiance was cool. They was cool peoples, yo. They was cool peoples for real.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can make this trip. You know, they was talking like they was about that life, man. I'm like, yo, y'all about that life?
They about, bro. Jeff, hands down, the homie. I can tell you right now, I've only met Jeff a handful of times since they've been together. That's just because of them being in New York. I was doing my thing back home and shit. But he's a 10-toe. He's solid, bro. I
seem like good peoples, yo. Good people. He's Jamaican too, so
yeah, I knew. Hey, my mom. It was funny when I was telling my Dukes. We were talking about something, and I was like, "Yeah, Shane's Jamaican." She was like, "Oh, well, him and Jeff are gonna get all good because he's Jamaican too." And I was that's the thing. So I'm happy for them. I'm happy for what he's doing for her and my niece. Most importantly, hands down, he's amazing, Ryan. I think that's why I gravitate towards him more because he understands. He knows what it takes to get the job done and shit. But
big no, and that's we touched on that in season 1, right? Look at niggas sounding like we vets talking about we touched on that in season 1. We talked about that stepfather relationship and that, you know, stepping into it, what age, this, and the third. And not to go into too much detail, but like your niece is a little bit older, right? So I felt like, and I was telling him, I'm like, yo, you kind of comfortable right now. You kind of lucky, you know what I mean? Because you don't have to really wake up early or, change diapers or do, little stuff. Like she's independent. She really independent. She at an age where she can do her own thing, go on her own. She don't have to have people hold her hand, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, yo, bro, I'm kind of lucky, man. But in the next 3 or 4 years, come holler at me. All right? Come holler at your boy. You know what I mean? I told him this. I said, yo, 3-4 years, come holler at me. I'm telling you, you talking all this shit now. I'm gonna come find you.
For sure, bro. Nah, I definitely would. it's crazy because it's not so much that I'm not even going to sit here and label him as a stepfather, you know, this, that, and third, because that's on them. I don't know what that is to them, but what I say that in perspective to the fact that he's just stepping up to the plate. That should hands down, bro. I don't care what else you got going on with you, bro. You got me on your side at that point, because you know what I mean. Like for a long time, it was me. So now it's him. I can look at him. I see him in a different light and aspect. But he got his head on straight. My sister's crazy, and I mean, he can handle her. So, hey, you know what I mean. But
Let me ask you this, because I was just watching Family or Fiance. You ever watched that before?
Nah.
So I was watching that, and this one dude. So basically, the moral of the story is these couple, they have like 3 days to till they get married, you know. And before they get married, obviously they have some type of issue in their relationship. Could be infidelity, could be trust, could be multiple things.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest things is like their family doesn't really see eye to eye with them getting married to that person. So what they do is they, I'd be on my TV shit. Well, I've been watching a lot of relationship, sex, all types of shit up in the motherfucking house. So, everything. I'm just in, okay, all right. Talking to Jasmine, like, what the fuck you think about this? All right, cool, bet. Just be talking about a whole bunch of stuff. But so like what they do is, so 3 days before they get to the house, they get to a house, and the bride, you get to pick 3 people you will bring in your family, right? That basically like know you, vouch for you, know the situation. You get to pick 3 people, right? And then he gets to pick 3 people too, right? So like 3 people that got his back, understand the situation. And then basically the whole moral of the situation within 3 days is that everyone has to come with terms that they're okay with them getting married, right? And this last episode that I watched was like the first time the mother was like, nah, like I don't think you should marry him. And I wanted to talk about this situation because not that part, but I wanted to talk about like the stepfather situation, because to me, and I think you probably believe that, and I was talking to Jasmine too, for a man to step up and be a stepfather, father figure, whatever, my heart goes out to that person. You know what I mean? Because now he's picking on a role where he's like, yo, this person not only not my blood, and he doesn't have they're not in a romantic chemistry with each other, but he finds a way to like have love for that person. And that's a different type of ability, right?
That's such a tough, God.
Tough, right? So what they both were previously married, but he was in a relationship or in a marriage where he picked up a stepdaughter, which wasn't his daughter, right, but he still has a crazy relationship with her. She's 20 now. He's a little bit older, but he's like, yo, this is basically my daughter. And his soon-to-be mother-in-law was like, yo, I don't like that relationship, right? And I'm just like, damn, yo, how can a person really knock a person for actually caring for another individual that doesn't really have a father figure, and you're willing to step up for that? I was like, what, yo? You know what I mean? And I wanted to ask you that, would you feel bad, or would you feel a certain way if your daughter or your son was about to get married, but they were some type of father figure to somebody else?
So hold on. There's a lot of moving parts in this situation. Hold on. So if Bo was going to get married to somebody else who had a child already, and the child's a grown ass woman, she's 20.
No. So if Bo's about to get married, it gotta be vice versa. the girl he's about to marry with, she has like a stepson or stepdaughter that she's connected to. Would you feel a certain way?
She's already connected to some more other shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, would you feel a way like, yo, Bo, like, I don't think you should do this. But at the same time, it's like, that's not really her son or her daughter, but she just took that role in because in her past relationship, that's just what it was. And now it's still going.
I mean, I'm going to have some type of prejudgment, but at the end of the day, I have to trust. This is crazy. So I know you're not going to like this answer because it sounds generic as shit, but I'd have to just trust his better judgment, I guess. And that's between them. Now, what I will say is if there's something if it was to a point in a relationship where I could sense that that portion of it is pulling her away, like there's some of it that she's just not fully invested into my son.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, bro, like, listen, Shorty is still trying to deal with this kid. I'm not saying she shouldn't, but what I am going to say is that I can feel that she's not fully invested in you. You know what I'm saying? And what you guys are getting, you're trying to build, right? You're trying to marry her. And that's if they're engaged or not. But either way it goes, you're trying to be with this woman forever. Like, if she has some other shit that she's dealing with, like some other, I don't want to call it baggage, but if she has some other situation that she's trying to pick through, I mean, if she's been with that child since they were, you know what I mean? It's different because it's different ranges. It could be like if she's been with that child since she was like 2, you know what I'm saying? Or he was like 2,
yeah.
And she grew up with them, and then now something happened between the parents, they beef and whatever, and then she finds Bo. That's a different situation because I can understand that bond is a little bit more close knit. I don't know how it will go for like she's just child's visiting them every other weekend because that shit just sounds so messy. You know,
it does. It does sound messy at that point. But then again, I'm like, man, you gotta kind of like give that person some sympathy because it's like, yo, if she's able to care for someone that's not actually her blood like that, man, I can only imagine how she would care for if she had a blood child.
Oh, yeah. But like I said, comes down to how invested you are into the new relationship. Let's just get away from if it's my son. Like if I wasn't from a father's standpoint, if it was me dealing with someone else who had a child who was dealing with another person's child, and she was playing a stepmom to that child or whatever, then I got to figure out, like, I get that you want to be. It's kind of like a hard thing to deal with because it's like, do you let go or do you stay? Because is she really invested in you, or is she really trying to take care of this child and trying to be with you and trying to do this, that, and the third for some shit she's probably not even conditioned to be in, honestly, quite frankly, if you think about it. I'm not saying that all stepfathers and stepmothers aren't fully engaged in their stepchild's life, but I feel like that's only a handful of situations, you know what I mean, where they're really engaged, they're really in there. But some stepfathers, it's probably a little awkward for them. So I don't know.
It's a spicy situation, but I thought it was good. That might be something for good for maybe you to watch, or you and wifey. It's good, man. Like, it just be having some like different situations, some situations that it's funny because me and wifey, actually, our anniversary is coming up and we're about to take a trip this week. That's why I was like, yo, this tomorrow's going to be a little bit hectic for me. But like, we got some situational or some issues or some topics that we're going to talk about. You know what I mean? And my thing is, and I feel like this is like, I heard this a little while back. It's like, so relationships, like, they come with uncomfortable conversations.
Always.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, no relationship is going to be perfect. No relationship is going to be, not everyone's going to meet your expectations. Like, that's just not the reality. And sometimes you just got to have uncomfortable conversations. And I'm like, I live for the uncomfortable conversations because for me, I feel like that's like a hurdle and a bump that you can get past, and then like you can just cruise, you can kind of cruise on, you know what I mean? Because like I'm trying to think of something that's like uncomfortable that's like everyone talks about.
Bro, any time a man, I feel like any time a man has to bring up his feelings is uncomfortable. And you know why I say that? And you know why I say that, because like it goes back to how we were viewed in the house. So it's like if we step into play and say a situation like, yo, I'm not feeling that, then you know what I mean? That's kind of, I feel like that could be uncomfortable for somebody who doesn't like talk about that. So it kind of goes back to what's the podcast you sent me a couple months ago, and they were talking about being assertive.
Them boys, Fresh and Neat or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Them. I'm sorry I'm butchering your name, but yeah, them. They're just talking about how you prepare yourself and, you know what I'm saying, and live for those uncomfortable moments. You know what I'm saying? It's not every conversation. Nice and neat. Shout out to them dudes. Yeah, not every conversation is going to be easy going, easy go.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's going to be, hey, you need to step the fuck up. You know what I mean? That's a tough conversation. There's so many tough conversations out there. I feel like that we have throughout our relationships with people or in our house, with our significant other and our children. Some of them are probably more complicated to some than they are to others. Like, I have no problem telling somebody about themselves. Well, I bet you somebody else would really like not want to, you know what, they're okay. As long as they're not bothering me, it's fine.
Yeah. No, you're definitely right. And this show always like brings me back to that like uncomfortable situation, because sometimes in a relationship, like you just said, man, like you just gotta have uncomfortable discussions just to get past a hurdle or just keep moving in life. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna be certain shit that you just don't want to talk about. But like, right now, if you're in a committed relationship, man, it's like, that's what you signed up for. You signed up. Like, shit ain't peaches and the cream. Sometimes niggas go to bed, man. Sometimes niggas don't. That's just how I go. But like, if you sign up for it, like, it's, you gotta put your best foot forward, do what you gotta do, talk about that, and keep it moving. Because if you don't, like, you never want to like sit back and be like, damn, like, I could have talked about that shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's going to get even, you're going to have more uncomfortable conversations in parenthood than you are in your own relationship. Because now it's like everything. So now you got your uncomfortable conversations in your relationship, but also children. Like, there's a lot of uncomfortable conversations.
And I love that. You have brought that up a couple times. Y'all got to tune back in to season 2, first episode. I think Boog and Chase talked about this, but like, you got to have some type of wall or some type of separation from being a parent and your relationship, right? So there might be uncomfortable situations where it's just like we talked about in season 1, like, but when I say something, it's not good enough, but when you say it, it's good, right? So that's the parent style, right? Yep. When it's time for me and you to kick boots and chill, we gotta leave that to where that was, because that was just a parent thing, right? I ain't got nothing against you. Sometimes a nigga do be holding some against them sometimes, and they do too. But it's like, when it's time for us to be in our relationship, let's keep that where we are. And I think, that's the hardest thing right now I'm seeing in being a father and being a husband and just being in a relationship, man. Like, seriously, like I posted that joint on I Am Athlete, the West Coast edition. And like Duke, the dude that's on Nice and Neat podcast, shout out to Duke. He was just talking about like, they don't have kids and they're not married right now. But his biggest thing is like, when we do, like, it gotta be me and you. It gotta be me and you. And everybody, he was the only one that was like, it gotta be me and you. And everyone's like, yeah, that shit sound good now. Yeah. When you in the fire, it ain't no me and you. When a baby's crying, it ain't no me and you. When she wants shit to go her way, it ain't no me and you. And like, that's like, it's kind of messed up to say, man, but I really think that's like the fucked up part, man, about like being a father, man. You know what I mean? I really do. Like, it's like the unconditional love and support, it kind of like goes away, man. It goes out the window, and I'm just like, man, I'd be hurt. You know what I mean? Because like I'm
Does it
sick.
have to go that? But does it have to go that way though?
Nah. It should never go that way.
But I think that's the portion that men are like not thinking about. Like, yo, it doesn't have to be that way.
Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't, yo, it doesn't. And that's like it's the sad part about like the relationship and like fatherhood, because it's like, and it's not to everyone. You know, some women are out there on their A game, on their shit. And shout out to y'all. Y'all do y'all shit. And there's some fathers out there on the A game and on their shit. Shout out to y'all. But in, you know, some normal relationships, like, yo, it's like the unconditional love, like everything is all good, hubby-dubby, when y'all don't have a baby. And then when y'all do have a baby, it's like, damn, you forgot about me, dog? Yeah. Like, yo, what I do? Like, I'm just out here trying to be a dad, and niggas forgot about me. Like, and then it's crazy because, like, you really want to, like, sometimes I be really want to say shit like, damn, yo, what about the deadbeat dads out there? Like, you ain't got a deadbeat dad. I'm really here, standing 10 toes down, this, down the third, and yeah. So I'm like, yo, that's the part that like really be hurting me, man. Because even sometimes I go through it, like, you know, with Jasmine, like I feel like she's a great wife, but sometimes, like, I mean, I feel like she's a great mother, but sometimes she doesn't put her all into like, yo, being a great wife. You know what I mean? And that's just the reality of situations, yo. It really is, man. And you know, sometimes you live with it, but those are the uncomfortable conversations that you have to have. You know what I mean? And you gotta, and the biggest thing is you gotta hold people accountable, because it's like, all right, yo, I'm a good father, but I ain't a good husband. What they gonna say about that? Oh, he gotta be better. He gotta be better. He gotta do this, that, and the third. So, yo, it goes both ways, man. It goes both ways.
It goes both ways. Societal standards. It's a whole bunch of bullshit, honestly. To me,
son.
Because I said no. What's bunch bullshit is that I'm agreeing with you. Like, it doesn't. I'm agreeing with you, but it also comes down to homie having to have to be like, drop your sack a bit, bro, and tell her, yo, I'm not fucking with. I feel like you won't respect. She's not gonna respect you that much in the moment. But if you sat there and tell her, yo, I'm not fucking with this, like, yo, we need to do just the same way you're gonna hold me accountable. I'm gonna hold you accountable. That's how I. But that's see how you said that, and yeah, fact, yeah. No, but what I'm saying is like for real, like men always talking about like, oh well, and I went through a period like that too, and it was like, damn, what about me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the infamous line, I'm tired. Well, shit, no shit, I'm tired too. Well, you think I'm not fucking tired? Like we think, I guess that doesn't seem uncomfortable to me, because then it comes down to how, like, I know Ashley values our relationship to the nth degree, but it comes down to that portion of like aspect, like how much do you value y'all's relationship? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, both of y'all fucking tired. Y'all been up every couple hours, yeah. Salute to y'all, but like y'all gotta realize, like, yo, y'all gotta separate parenthood from relationships, and that's where our generation fucking sucks at. It's like we don't know how to deal with, like, we confuse shit to where it's like,
yo, but that's every generation, bro. Because I'm talking to niggas from the gym that he was telling me a situation 2 years ago. He was like, yo, bro, wait till that happened. And that joint happened. I was like, damn. And then I talked to my other homie at the gym. I'm like, yo, what's good? He like, nigga, I'm so waist deep in this shit, man. This shit is ridiculous. He just like, yo, he like, man, like, I'm on my second marriage, like, nigga, I'm so deep in this shit, nigga, it ain't even gonna get better. Like, I just gotta make myself be happy and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, that shit is really crazy. And that shit is like, damn, yo, like, damn, niggas is, and there's a lot of niggas like that. There's a lot, and there's a lot of women out there. There's a lot of let me reverse it. There's a lot of fathers out there, right, that are in that situation where it's just like, yo, I'm waist deep in this shit, man. Like, it is what it is. But it's like, damn, bro, Like, your happiness don't mean nothing to you. It's like, nah, I got my kids.
But that's what I'm saying. That some men have that mentality, like whatever keeps everybody quiet, I'm cool with. You know what I'm saying? It's weird and it sounds so stupid to say, but yo, that shit's a real fucking thing. Like, yo, if I could sit here, if I sat back around here and just said, you know what, fuck it, Ashley, do whatever you want, like it's fine. One, I feel like me personally, I feel like I'm a pushover. Two, it's just like what. Then when it comes to a situation that I really care about, like when do you really like voice? You know, when you say something like, "Yo, I'm not fucking with that." I don't like the fact you put the kids to bed and you in bed and I'm sitting here just trying to spend some quality us time. You know what I'm saying? Like it just, I don't know. I kept it real, but Ashley was like, "Oh, it's okay, cool." Like she was always, "I'm tired. I get you're tired. I know you're tired. Trust me. I'm happy you are tired because that means my kids are taken care of. At the end of the day, I'm just as tired as you are. You know what I'm saying? We got a family to raise, but we also have to have a relationship we have to maintain in order for us to last forever.
Same here, man. Same here. Jasmine was saying the same thing. Like, yo, I be getting up this, that, and the third. I'm just like, yo, like, it's just excuses at this point, man.
Oh yeah, we've been having pissing contests too sometimes. It happens.
Like, yo, it's just excuses at this point. It's just like, yo, like, all right, y'all understand that, but like, yo, we got to get to a point where it's not excuses, it's reality, and not even reality. It's like, yo, it's us being there for each other, right? Because it's like, it's yo, so like, so if I'm like, if you like, yo, I want to go get my nails done and this, that, and the third. Oh, I'm tired today, Jasmine. Oh, yo, I want to get my hair done. Oh, to be honest, yo, like I played ball the other night. I'm tired, yo. You know what I mean? It's just like when the tables are turned, it's like, yo, you're not really being a good dad or a good husband because I want to do things that I want to do, but you're tired. But then when it's our turn, it's like it's okay because like we ain't gonna really put up that fight. It's just like, yo, Lawrence, I'm tired. Shane, like I'm tired. Like I worked today. Like I had the kids, and then I had a meeting, and I'm just like, yo, but that's what wives do, right? That's true, right? Like
you want it. That's why I don't know what it is, bro. But I kind of like look at I see shit from a different perspective. I guess I'm ahead of my time, because I see how those relationships from like the 50s and 60s, I see how they last so long. And then I can see the disconnect. So and I can see where it leads to today, where it's just like, yo, a lot of dudes, shorty could say one bad thing to him. That's it. It's just over with for the whole situation. Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? I guess I was cut from
yo, we to be honest, we're living. And I'm not, you know, I want to use what Chase said, like, yo, I'm a feminist because like, yo, that really kind of saved them. But I feel like we're living in a time where women are so independent now, right? And sometimes they got the bag with them and they got this and that. So it's like, yo, like they realize like, yo, if I could do this shit by myself, like, and I got a little bit of support, like, do I really need him? But back then in the 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever, it's like women weren't really getting the bag, right? Big Papa was bringing home the bacon.
But that's why I'm saying, that's what I'm telling you. That in the situation, not even that women really needed men. I mean, they probably, I don't know, I wasn't born then, but I can say for women that now, because I got a lot of women in my family who are breadwinners for their household.
Yeah, but are you talking about niggas in the 60s and the 70s though? That's
different. Like I said, I can't speak for that. What I can speak for right now. That's where, okay, cool. If the playing field is level and there's really no one really needs each other for anything, right?
Nah, bro. No, we need each other, yo. We need each other.
I know that. Hold on before you. I'm saying that you got to find your reasons why you. It's gonna sound weird coming out of my mouth, but like you got to find your reasons of why you want, and you don't ever really need. You don't need anybody in life, but why do you want to be together? You know what I'm saying? Like it comes down to like what you go back to.
So, hold on. Are we talking about relationship standpoint? Or are we talking about like father and mother? Being a father and a mother, because like if you're a father, you're a mother, you need people in your life, right? You need
talking about from a relationship standpoint. If it's actually not, you're gonna need. The homie said, what the homie Duke said, it's just gonna be me and you, bro. You say that now. I'm telling you, when they say it takes a village to raise a child, it's no fucking, that's no cap, bro. I have my kids' grandparents take care of them for family, for both support for them and others, moral support. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna need people. There's no, if you can do this shit by yourself, bro, you're a beast. That's just, and it ain't come down to your mental toughness, because at the end of the day, you need a break. Like I've been saying before, sometimes you need a break from good things. Like, well, okay, in that situation, who are you gonna go to? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're just gonna leave wifey? Oh, what if you and wifey ain't been on a trip in so long? What are you gonna do with your child? You just gonna leave him at the crib? No, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna need people. But back to what I was talking about, like if the playing field is level, if it's even, right? Like, I know Ashley don't need me, and I know I don't need Ashley for any like monetary reasons or emotional, whatever. But I know for a fact that I can count on that woman no matter what, 24/7. I know that she loves me with all her heart. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the reason why I'm with her. So if that's the reason why I'm with you, not because we just have kids, then we have to come to a point where we can look and say, hey, we really need to focus on our relationship. You know what I'm saying? We got to do something for us. Me and Ashley are going on a trip in a couple of weeks. It sounds, I'm making it seem, I'm saying
people say good. That. I'm saying it's tough. It's tough to actually like to do that. Yeah, you're right.
It's tough, but you got if you really want to figure it out, if you really can see yourself with that person for the rest of your life, you're gonna figure it the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Uncomfortable conversations.
You're gonna look back. I look at Ash all the time. I tell Ash all the time, I'm not feeling something, I'm not feeling it. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You agree or disagree with it, we can talk about it. It may end up in an argument. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, doesn't. But at the end of the day, we'll leave it at that and we'll just keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Give us 30 minutes, we'll blow our steam down and we cool. We back to being normal, you know what I'm saying? Happy go lucky parents and happy to be with each other, you know what I mean? Especially during the day and age of today where it's just like motherfuckers is popping babies out like Tic Tacs these days, bro. And you blink, you look at some homies and they with their child's mother, then you blink again and they not. You know what I mean? It's I can only imagine what it's like for that child, but you know what I mean? It sucks. But you got to really look at like, hey, it ain't what it's. You got to separate those. You're gonna have two sets of problems. You have problems of parenthood. You have problems in your relationship. You have good times in parenthood. You have good times in your relationship. You have difficult conversations in your relationship. You have difficult conversations in parenthood. So you got to really try to find that line and cut it down the middle.
You're right. Everything you said is right, man. And
I say it's right, but you know.
Nah, it is. It is because, like, yo, the reason why I say it's right is because when you switch the shoe on the other foot, it's the same thing for a woman, right? So that's why I'm agreeing with you. That's why I say, you know, it's right because, like, it's the same thing. Like, yo, if Ashley or Jasmine is feeling a certain type of way and they're not feeling something, and like we're like, yo, I'm tired, this, that, and the third. It's like, nah, homie, you gotta be better, bro. You can't be tired.
Yeah, man. So it seems like now like the playing field is level. You know what I'm saying? Like I said just a couple minutes ago, like men, our voice was making money. Now it's, you know what I'm saying, it's even. And so that just pushes us to the side. Now we're just supposed to just shut the fuck up and just not worry about anything. So it all depends, dog. It's a tough fold for us because we have to figure out how to talk about it now. That's the key. We were able to do the physical work. Now we got to really talk about that shit.
Let me ask you this. Do you think it's like we don't really see it or hear it that much because niggas is not really in relationships like that? Nate, can you name me 5 niggas that's in a relationship that's your friends other than me?
That's in relationships now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can name 5? Like 5 that's like your close friends that like you talk to?
1, 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I count 5. Now, nah, it's different though. I can say 5. This is diaper dad, so I can't say 5 dad. I don't know 5 dads. I don't even know. Besides me, you don't even know 3 dads out of the people that I know that are still with
their baby mom.
Yeah.
All right. That okay. Now we speaking because I can't even name. I don't even know. I ain't even bullshitting you, bro. I only know like 1 or 2, bro.
I know.
I only know 1 or 2 niggas that's in a relationship and have kids.
I know.
That are like I'm good friends with.
Yes, I have 1.
Right. So like,
not
a lot of people in that situation where they got to speak up. You know what I mean? So that's
what the thing about it is though. That's why it comes back full circle. Now it's coming back. It's because we don't know how to say anything, so it's easiest for us to cop the fuck out when she starts bitching about some shit about the kid, but we think she's attacking us because she thinks we're being a bad parent. Now we're just like, no, fuck this, I'm done with this, and then I'll just see my kid when I see it. You see what I'm saying? It's just a fucked up way of thinking, but it's the truth.
Nah. You're definitely right, man. It's a tough situation, and hopefully we can help individuals through this.
That's all. That's the real reason for diaper dads, bro. It's just help even people with kids, without kids, people with kids that may not work out, that do work out, and for people who are single and they have children with others and they have to figure it out, bro. That's what we're here for, bro. So, you know. Oh, God, man, that shit took a lot of pressure. You put a lot of pressure on that one. I'm over here preaching to the choir and shit. First off, I got a big shout out. Big shout out to our episode 5 guest, Mr. Nick Dolan. He just had
yeah. Shout out to Nick.
Beautiful baby daughter.
Damn, 3.
Aria.
Nah. He got 2, but he got 3.
We got 3, bro. He really involved, bro. That's one of the when it comes to fathers, bro, that's one of my OGs, bro. But he texted me the other day and was like, "Yo," I forgot how tired this shit was. It's like,
son, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I'm like thinking maybe like hopefully next year we can have another child. And I'm just thinking like, damn, bro, niggas gotta really restart that shit all over again, yo.
And I'm sitting back laughing at y'all niggas, man, because I was laughing at his ass crazy, and he was like, "Yo, I'm physically." Mentally drained. Oh yeah, he's like, yo, by the way, did I tell you I was physically drained? I'm like, yeah, bro, this just fucking, it's a battle. Thankfully, I don't have to do that. Ashley was another one. No, fuck that. I can't do that. No, thank you. She know the vibes. That's it. I'm done. I'm scarred. I know. Sorry, ladies. It's just, yeah, I need to be more understanding. Fuck that. I got scarred.
Yo, it's crazy, yo, because me and Jazz were just talking to it. Shout out to, I don't even think she watches it, but my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law, they just had a baby, George the 4th. But she was just saying like how tired it is sometimes. But you know, there's women out there that love to have babies, bro. They're like, they love this shit. Like they're like, yo, like I'm about to have number 4, and niggas is just pushing that bitch out like it's no hesitation, nigga. Like real talk. Like there's women out there that are like. So there's so many different women out there. There's women out there that are like, yo, all right, yo, I don't even think I can have another child. Like, when is it? Now you, and I was telling my sister-in-law, I'm like, now you see why a lot of people are single children. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you see it now, you understand it. Because number two, it's like, yo, I don't want to physically and I don't want to mentally have another kid. And number 3 is like, yo, can my relationship handle another kid? Right. And that's going to be another topic, because I really don't think a lot of people can handle another kid, because when you get a kid, it actually like, it puts a lot of pressure on the relationship. So, and then you have some people that are like, all right, yo, I want 2. So like people like me. And then you have some people that are just like, yo, like, all right, yo, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, keep pushing them bitches out. Like, I don't care. And then you have some people that shoot the club up and, you know, they realize it's a homicide. You know what I mean? They ain't mean to shoot. They ain't mean the homicide. They just shot it up. So it's like, yo, it's so many different scenarios. Like everyone thinks like, yo, everyone wants a big family, or everybody wants this and that. Like, nah, like shit just be different, bro. Like when you get older, you really realize shit is different. Like everyone's different. Some people you realize like, oh yeah, like the girl and the boy, like that's perfect. And then you like, if you really ask niggas like, yo, why you ain't have another child? It'd be like, shit was too much.
Well, safe to say, we know we're gonna talk about next episode, but yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna definitely get it that next episode. But it was great. We're back. Don't worry, you get to see our beautiful faces again. Boog, GQ. Make sure you guys check us out. Apple Podcasts, YouTube, SoundCloud, Diaper Dads Podcast. We are on Instagram, diaper.dads, DIAPER.DAD, motherfucking S. We will holler at y'all next week. You know the vibes every time. We out.